that's my secret. There is no condition. What's up, guys? Okkotsu here, and here we are to do a nice quick, hopefully actually quick. I'm going to try to make this actually quick. Do I put a timer on myself? Nah, I'm better than that. I don't need a darn timer. I say, as I probably need a darn timer. Well, here we are to have a nice quick little discussion whether or not Yuta Okkotsu's copy ability actually does have any conditions, because there seems to be a whole bunch of debate on whether it does, whether it doesn't, and something in between, but I happen to have a certain opinion on that, so let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me, ready, 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a... Please, show yourself. Pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, it doesn't have a condition. At least, that's my view. It just doesn't have one. Like, his ability to copy curse, that's it. He just can copy curse techniques. It does not have a condition. Now, here's the thing, right? A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, Yuta fans especially, not even especially, but Yuta fans as well, they are 100% believing that Yuta Okkotsu has some sort of condition, some sort of criteria, some sort of metric that needs to be met in order for this man, this beast, this monster, this demon, to get a curse technique. He can't just see it, understand it, and do it. But I personally believe he can see it, understand it, and do it. Mainly because the one consistent reference point that I see everyone go back to chalks all the way back to 180, where Ryu Ishigori is completely caught off guard by the manifestation of sky manipulation in the hands of Yuta Okkotsu. He's like, huh? Was that a rose curse technique? I didn't think he has, or was, a mere Shikigami user, or anything like that. He may be fundamentally built different than anybody else, but how is that possible? I didn't think he was a mere curse speech user. I thought he just had a big curse thing. A big curse slamma mama jamma of his own. And I don't know why I'm reading this so weird. Let me just quote Ryu verbatim, because this is where all the ideas of it having a condition and a specific condition everyone puts on it comes from. I didn't think he was a mere... Well, let me give an actual Ryu voice. Huh. I didn't think he was a mere curse speech user. I thought the big thing had a curse technique of its own. But I was wrong. Okkotsu's technique is copy. But there must be some major condition for it. So when did he satisfy it? When I wasn't looking? Surely it isn't conditionless. Wait, back then. He references back to when Earl got in 179. That's what he references back to. And ever since, I've seen everyone apply the idea that Yuta Okkotsu needs to consume a piece of somebody. Maybe a whole arm, maybe a few drops of life juice, maybe something in between in order to get access to a nice, hot, and ready curse technique. My only thing is, though, this is never confirmed. Never. Never, ever, ever. And we see that Ryu even theorizes that, well, maybe, but surely it isn't conditionless, right? And here's the thing. I understand why a lot of people would have issues with it being conditionless, because then that makes it too easy, right? But at least in my opinion, it wouldn't really make sense if Ryu's assumption was correct, mainly because of the manifestation of another ability that we see the first time we get the reintroduction of Yuta Okkotsu's copy ability. This thing, right here. You see the Shikigami technique of Druve. Now the thing about this is what happened to Druve. Do you see Yuta eating anything? Do you see him taking a nibble? I don't even see bro clean his sword. Like, I straight up don't think he does anything after that. And, like, it is a straight clean cut, dude. Like bro's just straight down the middle. He's gone. And notably, this seems like a very, very short fight. Yuta doesn't even have any remote access to scuffle or anything on him. But he can manifest it. He can just straight up pull it out. No issue. Same thing with Earl's technique. Like, sure, we don't see him not do anything. He does do this with Rika. And Rika most certainly is the stored system. Don't get me wrong. I 100% agree with everybody else that the main reason Yuta Okkotsu could have multiple curse techniques and not have his brain explode is because he has Rika, an external manifestation of endless curse energy that can shift to whatever form it's needed for. I 100% agree with that. But in terms of just taking the curse technique, I think if there is a condition, it would be the condition that Yuta understands how it works. That's it. Essentially, Yuta could just take sky manipulation. He could just take True Shikigami technique. And the main one that makes me 100% believe that is not conditionless, because there is something. You could make the solid argument that off screen, Gege didn't show it because he didn't want to spoil it, but off screen, Yuta went, Rika, go nibble on that bad boy for me. And then Rika was like, of course, Yuta. And just ate it. You could just say that. That Drew, he got nibbled up. We never see his body. Like, notably, after this point, we do not see his body. So, like, maybe Rika-chan did just go, no. But considering we literally see in fact, let me go, in the future. We literally see, right after the execution takes place, Yuta, she's the blade. We don't see Drew's body. There's like no downtime between the end of 173 and the start of 174. It's to the point where everyone immediately catches up. It's like, oh, wait, what's happening? Yuta sheathes the blade. He don't have any juice on his mouth. He just has the juice on his face, which instantaneously disappears by the next time we see his face. Then he welcomes everyone out of the stadium. They have this little conversation. Kurushi shows up. The bugs tear through literally anything and everybody. They all rush towards the stadium. And then Yuta very specifically tells Rika to knock it down. So, like, he's telling Rika to get things out of here. Rika was not there, nor manifested, and he needs to command Rika to do this. So, I don't think Drew got eaten. I don't think bro got nibbled on. I just don't think so. And he still whips out the technique. He still pulls out Drew's Shikigami technique. No issues. No problems. And the other major one, the big bad Hamma Jamma Slamma Namama, it's going to be this bad boy right here. Curse speech. Yeah, bro just drops it. Do y'all think that Yuta went no on Inumaki? When? Like, notably, this isn't even like the bootleg curse speech, because maybe you could make an argument, well, maybe it's not conditional for like Inumaki because, well, you know, Inumaki was JJK0 Yuta, he got curse speech there, so maybe the conditions were changed when Rika was a rogue curse spirit under Yuta's command to the master servant contract. But the thing is, it's not even like he needs to make the megaphone anymore. The curse speech marks and the abilities that come with it instantaneously appear on him. So he doesn't even need an intermediary anymore. He can just do it himself. Just like he didn't need, well, he did need an intermediary, but that was the hair for the manifestation of the Shikigami. He ended up needing that, but he just pulled that out. Just like that. For real. Easy. No problems at all. And in fact, they ended up getting customized to Rika instead of just Drew's basic Shikigami technique. And then, once again, the ultimate one, sky manipulation. Bro just yanked it out. No issue. So I don't think there's a condition. The only thing, and the only reason why I think this isn't too crazy, even though it's conditionless, is the innate nerf, or not necessarily nerf. I mean, it's kind of a nerf, considering it's not implied to have a 5-minute timer in the original series, or by original series, I mean JJK0. This is the nerf. It only lasts for 5 minutes. At least in my opinion, that's the nerf. So he can copy anything. He can most likely copy in base, as long as he gets the information on the curse technique. He gets the data dump. He gets the download that comes with it. Well, not the data dump or download, but he's able to get the general idea. He gets the gist of it, and then he's able to replicate it. Just like that. But only for 5 minutes. It's why maybe Yuta will become a bit too broken if you were to break the time limit. Because then he could start whipping out techniques that are more crazy. Because notably, while sky manipulation is real good, it's not spatial slash. It's not even regular cleave and dismantle. It's not Angel's technique. It's not idol transfiguration, curse spirit manipulation, the limitless. It's not any of those. So, I could understand why things could go crazy if you were to restrict the time limit. But I think that's what the time limit's in place for. Because otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Why can Yuta only maintain Rika for 5 minutes? Sure, I get it. Fully manifested Rika is very strong. Able to go bar for bar with Ryu Ishigori, this guy with the highest curse energy output in all of history. And sure, you know, maintain connection with an endless supply of curse tools and essentially, like, boundless plus boundless amounts of cursed energy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's next level. It's stupid. So I get locking that behind the 5 minutes, but I think the main limitation of Rika being 5 minutes is so that Yuta does not have unlimited access. That's the nerf. That's the only condition. That's the one thing holding Yuta back from just... And even then, you still make it conditionless, and you make it conditionless, which I think it already is, and you remove the time limit, and I still don't think he's that broken. Mainly because I need to see how he uses certain techniques and his willingness to use them and how effective they would be on the top tiers. Because, like, notably, I mean, basically, with base Yuta doing what base Yuta did, it's basically impossible to argue him any lower than top 4. Like, the only other person you can make an argument in the top 3 slot is, I guess you can still argue Kenny, I guess, and Kashima. You ain't kicking Yuta out of top 5. It just ain't happening. It's just not happening. So, the thing is, you may think, well, if we remove the time limit and he has no conditions, then he can just be Not really. Because once again, Yuta still has his own base stats. He still has his own speed stat, and his own power stat, and his own durability stat, all of which can be compromised. Like, he can still take lethal amounts of damage. And sure, he may be able to whip out a copy of the Limitless. He may be able to whip out a copy of Angel's Techniques. He may be able to whip out a copy of Mythical Phantom Beast Amber. He may be able to whip out a copy of Cleave and Dismantle. He may be able to whip out a copy of Isle Transfiguration, Disaster Flames, Disaster Water, Disaster He may be able to whip all that out, but he wouldn't be able to use it as well. Or at least presumably. I don't know. He is kind of a demon. I will admit, like, him immediately wombo comboing with Sky Manipulation the way he did, from immediately bending space, angling the bend space perfectly, into a thin Icebreaker wombo combo with Rika, timing that down, and guiding Ryu into a spot to allow the blast to come back down. Like, that's also next level stuff for someone who just got Sky Manipulation and used it for the first time in that moment. But I don't think he'd be to the level of Gojo with the Limitless. I don't think he'd be the level of Sukuna with Cleave and Dismantle. I don't think he'd be the level of Jogo with Disaster Flames, or Mahito without Transfiguration. I still think that it can be conditionless, you can remove the time limit, and Yuta will not snap. I still don't think he'd be number 1. Or even number 2. That's what I think. Please what you guys think in the comment section down below. In spite of the general lack of evidence or confirmation that Yuta has a condition, and the sort of counter evidence in the idea that we never see Druve get eaten, nor do we ever see Inumaki get eaten, what do you guys think? Is there a condition? And if there is a condition, what condition do you assign it? Do you agree with me in the sense that the only condition, quote unquote, is the understanding, and the limitation placed on copy is the 5-minute timer, and hypothetically problems could arise if the 5-minute timer gets removed? Or do you think even if the 5-minute timer gets removed, it wouldn't cause any problems? Please let me know all that and more in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on... You know what time it is. If you get all the way to the end of this video, please leave Copies Unbounded in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you do not miss out. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reaction to the very next chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen and ad-free variations of all my videos. And one more thing. I didn't need a timer. And we got it under 15 minutes. Hallelujah! But, sorry. Thank you so much for watching once again. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dag with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members for Connor Plays, Red Wolf 4765, Greyhound, and Akid's Void. I'd like to give another thank you to our $5 patrons Victor, Sean, RNG Master, Midnight Gemlord, Metal Solid Crisis, Kevin, Igneal, and Demix LND. I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 member Autumn's Morning Lazo. I'd like to give another chunk of thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha, Joaquin, Idemokami, and China Doll 09. I'd like to give a fat, juicy, scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our wonderful $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. I'd like to give another hefty, defty, trifty, nifty thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.